Oh, you got your gallon of
I'm
water.
fasting right now, so I gotta drink a lot of water.
Taking a break from them triple double cheeseburgers.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I made it a challenge. If I don't finish the full gallon in a day, then
Uh-huh.
I gotta run out. I gotta run outside.
For how long?
I didn't say in the video, but I don't
It's
know.
all right. I'll give you a
Sure.
time frame. You want me to give you the time frame?
I mean, even if I ran for like 2 minutes, that's like it's cold outside. You feel me? So I don't know. Um, hold on. Let me see. I'm about to see what happens if. Oh, okay. I'm about to see how it sounds.
Okay.
Like this.
Hey man, background look good.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Sure. Hold on, it's not loading. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, say something.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Sure. Hold on, it's not loading. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, say something.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay. All right, it sound good.
Okay, better than
All right,
that.
bet. Let's get started then.
All right.
All right, so today we're gonna talk about minimizing distractions and
Okay.
maximizing productivity. All
Okay.
right, and then increasing profits. All right.
All
So
right.
basically, we live in an era of distractions. All right, the biggest distraction we have is literally this thing that we're using to talk right now.
Yeah.
Um, like this device gives us unlimited access to all the distractions of the world. And scrolling through social media, online shopping, email notifications, text, all that. You feel me?
Yep.
Um, yeah, and then, I don't know. It just feel like the universe doesn't want us to feel focused. Do you get that feeling?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's 150 distractions out there from, it's football season, it's basketball season. You see new series coming out in the fall, TV. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see my boy Kai Cenat out here going crazy on the live streams. You get caught up watching that, so absolutely, man. Hey, a season of distractions.
Yeah, it's definitely. And then even though it do feel like the universe is trying to keep us distracted, I feel like at the same time it's trying to test us to see our ability to focus in the area of distractions like this.
Yeah.
Um, our ability to delay gratification.
Yep.
You know, but at the end of the day, if you let distractions win, you won't get your work done, you won't reach your goals, and you'll never fulfill your purpose. So today, I want to talk about how to cut out the distractions, stay locked in, and make serious progress in your life.
Hmm.
But let's elaborate on like common distractions we
Okay.
all face. For me, for you, I'm sure too. Social media is probably one of the biggest ones right now. Yeah, I know I can definitely relate. Somebody send me a reel, I go to check it. 30 minutes later, I'm still scrolling down, checking all these other reels. And yeah, endless scrolling on TikTok, all that. I even set a time block, 45 minutes on TikTok, where after 45 minutes, it'll let me know like you got to type in the passcode in order to continue. And once I hit that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just throw my phone to the side for a little bit. You feel me?
I didn't
But
even know you could do that. That you just put me on game on something. I didn't know you could do that.
oh
No,
yeah,
that's
TikTok
cool to
allow
you.
it right in the app.
Okay.
And this person Michael says it's stagnated in my life. It's not stagnated in my life, but it definitely it causes disruptions in it. TikTok, like for instance, I use TikTok to push my other videos out on stuff, so I do need it. And I use it to post, and but then also I feel like I realize one thing: when you engage with other people, that also helps boost your stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now I do have to engage with these other accounts, engage with these other videos, but then I will find myself, bullshitting. But
Yeah.
the way I keep track of my goals, like, all right, I know I got to work up towards my purpose for a certain amount of time per day. So because of that, and because of how like disciplined I am with like keeping track of what I'm working on, I won't find myself on TikTok for 5 hours at a time. You feel me?
No.
So yeah, so I won't say it's stagnating in my life at all, but it is a distraction. It's
Yeah.
definitely a distraction.
But I will say too. alone from just scrolling, what about like the mindset aspects of it? Because let's face it, TikTok isn't the most intelligent platform. So you get in on TikTok and you feeding your mind with maybe like I call it junk food for your brain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like,
That brain rot.
right, right. If you're feeding your mind with positivity, if you're reading books like, I'm reading Seven Habits again, or I'm listening to Think and Grow Rich on an audio book. That's feeding your mind positivity. But when you're just
Mm-hmm.
scrolling through TikTok, you're just getting that brain rot material. That's not helping you grow. It's not helping you, go into the goals and get that mindset of every single day just chasing it. So, it's those other aspects to it too.
Right, right. No, definitely. Um, and that's why when you are using your phone, like it's important to when like for me when I try to use my phone, I try to okay if I'm gonna use it, let me at least use it to if I'm on YouTube, I'm watching a video, whether it's a motivational video, whether it's an informational video. So I
Yeah.
try to use the different platforms for more what you call it productive activities. But yeah, like you said, TikTok, they actually added a STEM section, you know. They actually that where you can look at more productive content, but
Oh,
I don't
really?
always look at that, so that's where it becomes a problem. But yeah, definitely gotta be present with it. Oh yeah, so another common distraction will be notifications from texts, emails, app alerts, stuff like that. Especially for me, when I put out an ad for like a boxing class, then I get flooded with messages. Then it's like shit. I'm in the middle of trying to like if I'm working on something and I get a bunch of texts and it's like I can't even get to everybody. So I do try to block myself from it, but at the same time if I am answering every single question, every single message, then I can find myself done lost an hour just messaging people. So that's definitely a distraction from my goals as well. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it's crazy. It's like soon as I got something that I'm working. Like it's funny when if I'm bored, I'm finished with everything, and I don't have. Oh wait, what? Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's wild. But yeah, so it's like sometimes when I'm not working towards something, like ain't nobody hitting me up. But as soon as I got a bunch of work to do, it's like that's when I start be my phone be blowing up, and it's like the system seem rigged in that sense.
Yeah, yeah, but that's also a good thing though, because you put something out there and it is returning to you. So even if you're working on something, like, even if somebody texts you, you can still respond to it later, but you're seeing that progression through the ads though too. So like, you
Right,
putting it
right.
out there, these people are inquiring. So that's always positivity as well. So that's
Yeah.
that's not necessarily, a negative thing, because it's like you're getting just you might get like distracted, but it's still something productive that you're getting distracted with. It's not like
Right,
social.
right, right.
So
100%.
it's not necessarily a negative thing, but you're right. It can kind of draw you away from what you're working on at that moment. Though. So I feel you on a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Then also another distraction, people, you know. Um people especially like in your friend group who aren't on the same path as you.
Yeah.
That's a big distraction. Like I used to be friends with this one dude and I realized when we hung out we was either going out drinking, uh bowling, and just nothing. Like I remember one time we even talked about YouTube. Like I had told him years ago, like I wanted to start a YouTube, do this and that. And he was like, yeah, I want to start it too. And then literally, it's been probably like 7 years since we had that conversation. He still ain't started his YouTube. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's important to have people around you that is on the same path as you, pushing you to better to be greater, and they're doing great things too. So it's helping motivate you. But yeah, people who are distractions, yeah, that's you got to cut those people out.
Well, it's kind of like that, what they call it, just either basic faith or blind faith. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
what we're doing both on, whether it's on our apparel, whether it's both of our YouTube pages, whether it's your boxing classes, you're going into those situations with just nothing but straight up faith. You're saying that
Mhm.
I'm gonna do this and it's gonna work because I got faith in it and I'm gonna put work in it. And if somebody doesn't have that vision, even with themselves and what they're doing, they can't help you progress, and they can't kind of reciprocate that same energy. So,
Right.
it's like you said, having those people around you that's like, okay, whether whatever they believe in, it could be anything, but anything that you're doing outside of, I guess working a 9 to 5 or working your other job is fake. You believe in something. You've done your research, you've done your groundwork. You're either investing your time and your money into it, but you believe in it. And if you don't have that same energy, you can't reciprocate that to somebody. It's hard to have that conversation with somebody because they don't feel the same.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And then all right, so the last big distraction that I got on my list is um it's a common one. People don't realize it's a distraction, but procrastination damn, that's a hard word to say for me. Procrastination disguised as productivity. All right, for instance, say you work you got a new project you want to work on, but you be like, okay, I need to do a bunch of research first. No, don't get me wrong, research is important, but if you still doing research on it a month into it and you still ain't started, at some point, you feel me? Because one of the best ways to learn is from trial and error. So if you still ain't even
Yes.
tried any of the things you worked on, then it's like, all right, because I told you I wanted to start doing vlogs and I was gonna research a little bit. So
Yep.
I did watch a few videos on it, but after I noticed that they were starting to say the same things, then it's like, okay, now it's time to actually put it into action, and now I can just learn on the go.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
ever
No, trial and error. And that's a big thing too. Like a lot of times that will stop like the research process. I think I read that in a book one time too. The research process will stop you from actually acting. Because the research is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you can read all about it for 5 years if you want to. But if you never actually
Mhm.
put it into action, you're never gonna know how it works out for you because we
Right.
can both do the same thing. We can start something on the same day at the same time, and we'll both get different results. But if you start and I never start, I'll never see what I did wrong or what results I get from it. So yeah, absolutely, that is all that kind of researching and doing the groundwork, which is necessary, but overdoing
Right.
it will delay you actually doing any work. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny, like I even get people like for instance, I had some kids that's in my advanced kids boxing, but when I first moved them up, they don't do as well. So they be
Mm,
like, oh, maybe I should stay in the other class until I'm ready. I'm like, no, you don't get ready in that other class. You
right,
get ready in this class with
right.
the people who are better than you. That's just how you gonna learn.
Yeah,
But they look at it like, oh, they're not ready, so let me hold myself back and keep it. And I feel like that's the same. They're procrastinating from getting better by being in the class that's not gonna serve them the same way.
right,
Because they don't feel like they're ready. And I feel
right.
like that could be a lot of the other stuff. Like you might not feel like you're ready, so you procrastinate on doing a certain task for a lot of people's research. So
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like that's probably what's behind it is not feeling ready. But yeah,
yeah.
in a lot of sense, you'll never be ready till you do it.
No, no, it'll never be a perfect time to do something. And like even on that same note, it's almost like I remember when I was younger in basketball, you would have kids who was 13 playing in 16 and under. Like, well, why are you doing that? Because it's like, why are we watching you play against 13-year-olds and you scoring 30, 35 points a game? That's not helping you win the game. Like,
Right,
we know you could play against these kids. Let's raise the level up and see if you can learn some lessons. Let's see how you act when you fail. Let's see how you act when you make adjustments to things and have to actually try a different way. So yeah,
right.
absolutely, man. You got to put yourself. It's like putting yourself into uncomfortable situations so you can grow.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, so let's talk about how to eliminate the distractions. I
Okay.
got three good tips
Uh
that I
huh.
feel like will help everybody watching. And we actually talked about one of the earlier one. Uh Limit screen time. So there's a few ways you can do this. I told you about how TikTok has the feature where they'll block you from the site. You just gotta put in the code.
Great feature. Great
It's
feature.
good if you put in a code you don't even remember. Like you close your eyes, put in a random code. So that's a
Yep.
good way to do it.
I like that.
There's other apps that'll block out certain apps. And for me, a lot of times uh what you call it, I would put my phone in a completely different room, which like or sometimes I'll put my phone in the car while I'm working on certain tasks just to completely limit my screen time in that aspect as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, that's a feature that I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to implement. You know, for me, like it's kind of like it's actually funny because I was watching, a certain show and they was talking about posting ghosts. So it's like, you post, you just leave it alone. Like
Yeah.
comments, but because what happens is you get on the app and then if you start getting in comments, like I know I posted a couple reels these past several days and I have gotten just some ridiculous comments. And it's like, like, yeah, you the same way as me. Like, I'm a comment so that obviously we're on social media, you want engagement to push it, et cetera, et cetera. But you get to a point where it's like, okay, you just feeding into this and this is useless conversation. Like,
Right, right.
you're not talking about nothing and you just, egging them on so they keep commenting. So it's like, you got to get to that point where it's like, all right, cut that off. I'm gonna post it. Whoever comment, maybe I'll set aside an hour tomorrow just to do my comments, and then I'm done. Whatever they comment back, they're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to get a response out of me because it's not
Right,
worth
right.
my time unless you're actually helping somebody. Because a lot of times I get questions, online like, "Well, what do you do for this? What body part does this work? Why do you do this exercise?" Those are to me, in my opinion, that's part of why I post to inspire, to
Right.
motivate, to help people. So that's worth my
Mhm.
time to me. But all of this, everybody's an exercise scientist, everybody's a boxing technician these days. That don't do nothing. That don't do nothing for us. You're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
Engaging with trolls is not
yeah,
worth it.
exactly.
Um, yeah. All right. So number two is set boundaries. Whether it's setting boundaries with people, like telling people, okay, this is my time to work.
Yeah,
Put your phone on do not disturb. Let them know not to bother you. Create a designated workspace along with that. Um, so if you're working from home, find a spot where you won't be disturbed. Like I have an office, that's where I'm at right now.
yeah,
And yeah, so yeah, and then also like I said, you can put your phone in another room or do not disturb. I like to leave mine in the car sometimes. Not in the winter, but like in the summer, I leave mine in the car and not because I know if I leave it in the other room, it ain't nothing to go out
yeah.
and turn it on. But if it's in the car, it's like I don't really feel like going all the way out there to go grab my phone to check it. You feel me?
Right,
So yeah, that's an option that you can also do as well.
right, right.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
no, I like that. The do not disturb feature on the phone is almost the greatest thing. I remember when I first started
Mhm.
posting on YouTube, it was like I would be recording and then it's like my phone a vibrator. Like I have my watch on so I can like check the angle, especially when I'm doing a certain exercise and make sure you can see what I'm doing. And it's like, my watch is vibrating, people texting me, notifications. It's like I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing right now. Like, whatever's going on can wait until it only takes me an hour or two to record a video. Like nothing urgent is going on right now to where I need to be responding to this. So yeah, that do not disturb feature is like top tier, definitely. When you're trying to get something done. Yeah. I think your sound went out. Nah, I can't hear you. You got a mic in or something?
Wait, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Okay, all right, there we go. There we go. Yep, yep.
Dang, I pushed the mute button. I didn't even
Oh,
realize
okay.
it.
I
I
was
don't even
wondering,
know
I'm about
how
to
I
say,
did that. I
shut me out.
I don't remember touching it. That's
Okay,
crazy. All
okay,
right, hold up. Now I gotta pull this screen back up. All right,
okay.
so look, so these I got a couple time management hacks. Um, one of my favorite is called the Pomodoro technique. You ever heard of that?
No, no, no. Put me on.
All right, so me and my brother we went to Chicago earlier this year, and literally we would set a timer for like the first round was like 15 minutes. We would read, then we'll after that we'll meditate for like 5-10 minutes. Then we would exercise. and then
Okay.
we will repeat that process, um, and then just add time over and over again. And so
Okay.
we'll go workout. Oh, actually, no, we only meditated the first round. After that, it would be workout, exercise, and then like a 5 7 minute break. And then
Okay.
workout, I mean not workout, work on your purpose, exercise, 5 minute break. Work on your
Okay.
purpose, exercise, 5 minute break. And we would do that for literally like 3 4 hour periods. Then we would take a long break. We would go somewhere because we was in Chicago. So we would go somewhere, enjoy the city, come back later in the day, do the same thing.
Okay.
So we got so much work done when we would do this. So like it got to the point where I would that's what my vacations would be. I would enjoy going on vacations just to do this. I didn't until I started doing this at home. Then like eventually I started doing it at home. I found more like able to balance my time while I was here, and then I didn't have to go out of town to do it. But
Okay.
that is a technique though. If you ever find yourself like distracted and don't have time to focus, then it's like okay, I'm a lot 25 minutes to just working on my purpose, do a quick exercise, and then I get 5 7 minutes to bullshit, do whatever I want. So
Yeah.
yes, I feel like that's very important.
No, no, that's great. Like it's like carving out your time. Like I don't really care what's going on in the outside world. I'm doing this, and this is what I'm focused on.
Right.
Everything else can wait. Yeah, yeah, I like that a lot. I'm about to try that
Yeah.
out.
And then the other thing is just write down 3 things that you must get done today and focus on those. So like really setting your daily priorities. Because if you focus on that, then it'll be easier to manage your time. Because I know a lot of people, or even I'll just focus on me. Like I know a lot of times I might not be like, all right. So I'm like, damn, what do I have to get done today? I feel like it's something to something. But then it's like, all right, well, if I had wrote it down, you feel me, and then just tackle those most important priorities, then it'll be easier to focus on those things opposed to just trying to figure like keep in your head what you got to get done today. So yeah, just and I know it's simple, it's a simple thing to do, just
Very
write down
simple.
3 things. It sounds simple, but not everybody do it.
Very simple.
So yeah.
That is like I got a notebook actually that I just write things down on. I'm like, okay, what I got to get done today? Record this, edit this. I need to call this person and get this done. I need to do this at work. Then I need to do this to post. Like I'll literally write it down as far as like step one, record. Step one, two, edit. Step one, post. And it's like I read somewhere it's kind of like a checklist kind of thing in your mind. You're just checking the things
Mhm.
off, and then you see that you've accomplished all these things in a day, and you're like, I was really productive today. So, like, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. That's one of the best things you could do, man, is schedule out and write down what you're going to do. And then you could take it a step further. Like, if it's a long task that you're trying to get done, like a thorough task that's going to take some time, you can always put down, okay, for an hour, I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to the next task. From 1 to 2, I'm going to do this. From 3 to 4, I'm going to do this. So you can schedule it out and just check it off throughout the day. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
100%.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So now I'm gonna just leave it off. Well, actually, I mean, we got a couple more things to do, but I want to talk a little bit of motivation to stay focused. Um, Basically, so I'm gonna read this thing verbatim. Success isn't about being perfect; it's about being consistent and intentional. Every time you choose to ignore distractions and instead focus on your purpose, you bring yourself closer to achieving your goals. The more you practice eliminating distractions, the closer you'll get to the life you dream of. All right. So for me, it's like I know consistent. I even say being consistent and setting and being intentional. So intentional as in like setting those 3 goals. You feel me? And then consistent. You do those 3 goals every single day. So I feel like that'll help you, really focus and eliminate distractions altogether. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But what's one of your biggest distractions right now?
Uh, One of the biggest distractions right now, I feel like it's pushing through. Like I told you, like I'm not getting a lot of sleep at night, so I just feel like being tired. I don't know if that's a distraction, but it's like, man, I just want to go to sleep. Like
Right.
that's a
Yeah. I
distraction.
feel
But
you.
as
Yeah.
far as like everything, like I feel like these past couple weeks, I have been like super locked in. Like, I gotta post something, even if it's a short. So like, I kind of been writing down my goals and making sure that I eliminate those distractions. But obviously procrastination is the biggest. factor of distracting you to you because it's like if I'm not gonna post till 9:30, it might be 7:35. It'll take me an hour to edit it. I can wait till 8 o'clock.
Right.
Might as well just get it done now. That way you can schedule post it. So definitely procrastinate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then John Morant, he just commented it's people are weird in the comments. Yeah, I didn't even realize like I've never had this problem with people being this weird, So I
Uh-huh.
realize we do need mods. So I'm either that or I just gotta be quick with erasing it. But y'all in the comments, let us know right now and how y'all planning on tackling it. All right. So y'all go ahead and put that in the comment. And then what's one thing you can eliminate from your environment this week to stay more focused?
Procrastination, 100%. Staying
Yeah.
focused, scheduling out your time,
Okay.
what you're gonna do today, and then I think the biggest thing that helps me a lot too is getting the posting schedule. So that way, you can mix up. So Monday I want to do this. So when I go to the gym in the morning when I wake up, I already know what I want to make a reel or a video of instead of going in there like, what am I going to do today? Looking at the exercise, what am I going to teach, what I'm going to break down. If I do that ahead of time, doing my groundwork ahead of time, that's always going to help you get ahead and
Facts.
eliminate the procrastination. So yeah, definitely having that schedule and putting that time on that.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So I'm gonna leave it off with a quote. So the quote
All
of the
right,
week is: the ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. All right. I know that was a tongue twister, but essentially he's saying delay instant gratification in the short term and your success will come in the long term, and I believe that so much in every aspect of my life. I've had to delay instant gratification in order to achieve something. Most noticeably is when it comes to boxing, wrestling, having to cut weight, having to not have to eat food, in order to make weight so I can go into the fight and win. Like had I gave in to my urges,
yeah,
then I wouldn't have made weight, wouldn't have been able to compete. Then it's like, so that's one of my main and then so whenever I feel like okay, I'm about to give in to something, I always remember how I had to push that back and how it was okay. You feel me? Like
right,
if I just push stuff off a little bit, I'm gonna be able to deal with that stuff or enjoy the fruits of my labor later on. So it's like, yeah,
100%, 100%. I like that. I like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Make sure y'all stay tuned for next week. Got a good topic for y'all. So hopefully some of these tips have helped y'all. And make sure y'all watch my page for more tips, more fighting tips, motivational tips, all that. And make sure you follow my boy Marlon. Tell them where they can follow you at.
That's Marlon underscore A11EN MARLON underscore A11EN. We got Dre's teaching me boxing, so we got on there motivation stuff. We got weightlifting stuff, how to build muscle, all that good stuff. So make sure you hit down. Liftaholics is the brand. Check me out.
All right. All right. All right. I'll talk to you.
All right.